looking, there's this power line that comes through. Okay, here in the northeast corner looking east, there's a line of conifers mostly that cuts through the property toward that ravine. And I think on the other side is another open field that I thought would be cool to place up on. Okay, let's see if you can see this. So here we're looking northwest, and the gully runs right in the center of the camera picture there. Comes into a little bit of a stream bed, maybe a seasonal stream bed. You can see this on the topographical map. I think this is what's the line in blue showing a little creek or stream. It comes through here. The lower part comes around. Here we're just a couple meters over from where I was just filming. This might actually be the stream bed on the map. It has water in it. I don't know if we could consider it running, but definitely wet puddles of water going uphill here. We'll just follow this up north through the property. Okay, I'm standing in what I think is the main ravine. I'm looking north, and behind me goes down to that stream bed. So I believe all this area up here on the left, center of the screen, to the right, and it goes up to a little bit of a ridge again where this line of conifers cuts through. And again, I'm thinking this area up here would be nice for a home. Have a lot of wind breaks with the conifer trees, and could be facing south, which is behind me. And there's a good angle to get some winter sun. And here, install some kind of pond right in this gully where water is already puddling up in the stream. Now I'm standing on that center ridge, just next to the line of conifers that cuts horizontally across the property. And this would be the view from the home. With the ravine there in front of us going down into a dam, a pond there at the bottom of the property into those trees. In the foreground, have vegetable garden coming across. Very nice. Out to the left. Cut across on contour and put a shed or another small home. Grazing area out there, and definitely grazing area behind this row of trees all the way to the top of the property. We'll walk this way to the west. Here I'm up in that line of trees. See some erosion from running water when it rains. This one's even more visible. See how the grass has been pushed downstream, and grass and other herbaceous things aren't growing in this little erosion channel that goes up through here. Okay, so here at where the power lines cut across from north to south on the property. Here's the cut of trees where the stream comes up, kind of comes up through here. And you can see when I stepped in here, there's actually water puddling up in here. I don't know if you can see it. There's some water already puddling up in here. This is toward the middle top of the ridge, the property. The ridge goes up here. ravine comes through here. So many of these blackberries already eating from the land here, sharing some produce with the deer. Here at more of the northwestern side of the property, western side of the property, very cool. We have these long grasses underneath the shade of some deciduous trees. Nice area to graze some sheep or goats in the middle of the summer so they can get some shade. Really comfortable right here, a nice breeze in the shade. And we'll walk up the ridge a little bit, and then we'll look to our right down the ravine that goes in the center of the camera down into those trees. I'll take this picture where I parked my car. It's actually on another piece of property that gets to the Michelle's Lane. But then there's two other houses up here, other properties that's visible at this point on top of the property. But as you've seen, we haven't seen these properties for the great majority of our walk. So here is where we started, basically, right in front of us, where that little tree, that conifer sticks out. There's a small graveyard. That's where we first saw the doe, the little deer. We're basically, I think, at the highest elevation of the property. You can see this pasture that goes out here. The cut of trees that come across, you can't really see it farther out. These trees here is where the ravine starts, so all the water is coming. All this here, the trough, all the water is coming, gathering here, and the stream goes downhill off the property. And above this ridge on the other side is a little bit of a gully that also connects to that same stream. Down off the property they connect in a sizable pond, man-made pond from a dam that you can see on the satellite image. So that's that. Pretty cool property. Most of it has south facing. I like that. It has water on the property, although it's not running, but definitely major possibilities for collecting ground, runoff water from the ground. Wildlife, there's deer here, a bunch of insects, birds, saw rabbits, cool different like micro spots or microclimates. We have the pasture, we have shaded pasture over here, we have like a thicket where the gully happens, we have conifer trees really surrounding the property and cutting across the property. It's pretty cool. And then down, below this ravine on the running ridge that goes along with it, that goes to the south, there's a cool open spot for a private place for a home. All right.